My people, so the Ooni of Ife and his father paid Olori Naomi a visit at her church. Everybody has been patiently waiting to hear what took these two people to that church, and the news is finally out. So right now, no, if they say the Ooni is joking, I am here to tell you that it's a very big fat lie. The Ooni is not joking. The Ooni has never been as serious as he is right now on this very matter. So the reason why Ooni and his father paid Olori Naomi a visit in her church in Akure was simply to arrange a royal wedding. And can you imagine? Oni did not go alone. Oni went there with his father. That's to prove how serious this matter is. My people, oh, you go they look this matter. See, this is nothing, but it has gradually developed to a point where we cannot just sit at a corner and say that this is nothing. This is everything. It has become everything at the moment. So over time, we have followed up how these people have tried endlessly for Naomi to return back into the palace. And truth be told, every single opportunity they get for Naomi to return back into the palace, they will make a very, very good use of it. Yes, they will not hesitate to make a very good use of it, because Olori Naomi returning back into the palace has been the ultimate goal of the Oni. Last year, before the Olojo festival, the Oni tried every single thing within his power to make sure that Naomi returns back into the palace. But because everybody was fighting, yes, everybody was fighting, despite the support that came in from different persons making sure that Naomi returns back into the palace, yet we saw how so many persons still fought. People still made sure that Naomi does not return back into the palace. So all of these things put together has proven to us that the Oni is trying at his own part. Before now, people accuse the Oni for the reason why Naomi was not get back into the palace. If you have followed this matter diligently, you understand that a lot has happened over time. And in this a lot that has happened, it has been obvious and evident at the same time that the Oni at some time he was behaving like someone who was developing cold feet. Yes, to a very large extent, we could say that Oni behaved like someone who was developing cold feet. So, from the progression of that matter up to the point where we could not just categorically, say that yes, the one is doing this, the one is doing that. People started the online in-laws, to be specific. They started waging war that the only is not helping matters, the only is not trying, the only doesn't want Naomi to come back into the palace, and the only sincerely was doing every single thing within his power to make sure that Naomi returns back into the palace. But speaking about people who were fighting, Olori Ronke did every single thing within her power to make sure that Naomi does not return back into the palace. Miriam was there fighting. That was what even resulted to Miriam having a problem with Yeyeluwa, Olori Shekinat, because she felt she could drag these people into what she thought was right. Yes, into what she felt should be done, not knowing that these people have a mind of their own and they know exactly what they want for themselves. So Olori Shekinat has proven over time that she's a trusted friend of Olori Naomi, but that was the very person Miriam wanted to drag down with her on this matter. So my people, so many persons kept on doing whatsoever it is they do. Olori Tobi, by this time she was not so pronounced on fighting, but we saw how every single thing went down. After some period of time, we heard the Olojo festival was there. The Ooni had to go for a spiritual cleansing. Though during that period, Naomi was visiting the palace on and off, but we saw it all. How these women tried every single thing within their power to make sure that Naomi does not return after the Olojo festival. We can remember vividly how the Oni resumed back the activities of Naomi returning back into the palace. The Ifa chief priest started his cleansing again. Now remember that before now, the Ifa chief priest this is cleansing and every single thing, and that cleansing resulted to Naomi now returning back into the palace because it had no end. They just kept on doing it, and the cleansing had no end. And then when it came to this time around, the Ooni told the Ifa chief priest that even if your cleansing does not end, my wife will come back. That's how much the Ooni tried. And this time around that the Ooni has gotten that room to bring her back his wife, he is doing every single thing humanly possible to bring back his wife. And then for out of all, we'll speak of the immense support his father gives him. It is so so priceless. Yes, it is priceless because since Oni's father got to know that it is Naomi the only one, it has been nothing short of support from him. It has been nothing short of support. This man have endlessly, tirelessly supported his son to bring back the wife that he loves into the palace. When people as this matter can't take be right now, they say when you choose to fight the people, fight them wisely. Because in as much as you think you have this one, you have that one, they would still be in unity in one way or the other. And when these women were thinking that they have every single thing under control because they were trying to bribe the only sisters who are fully in support of their brother bringing back Naomi into the palace now. I don't know what they were thinking. Down to a point, Sef Miriam even had to ask Oni's father, how much does Naomi pay you for the support you give her? And Oni's father even came out to say during that time that this is the most shocking and disappointing statement he has ever heard. He has always heard that these women bribe people, but coming out to ask her that, it is indeed is indeed a sign that these women are not scared of anybody at all. So people, the matter of ground now is that Oni is certain that Naomi is returning back into the palace. And it is not just that Naomi is returning back into the palace. The most interesting news about this thing is that Naomi is coming back into the palace any moment from now, and they only want a traditional wedding to be redone between them. This matter, when we say that it is indeed a thing that we cannot stop following, it is something that we cannot stop following, no. Because every single day, the only keeps giving us joy. Every single passing minute, the only keeps giving us joy. Every single hour, the only keeps giving us joy. And day after day, gradually, every single minute we will see the progression of this matter, and all of us will be surprised because these women have chosen not to stop. Yes, the last all these times only have tried bringing Naomi back into the palace. It has been very simple, but they keep on fighting. But this time around it is not that simple, because for Naomi to come back there to leave, but all those times they wanted Naomi to come back and meet them in the palace, they refused. Now they are displeased. My people, no matter what is happening, as we always say, oh, these women know what they are up to, they know what they are doing, and certainly they know exactly what they want for themselves. And perhaps that is what they are getting, because what these women are getting now, it is not funny. It is not just funny.